Hi everyone. Well, I'm going to ramble here because I didn't really prepare what I was going to say, but first thing I want to do is apologize to everyone that has subscribed to my channel and have reached out to me, and I have not responded back. And there's been a lot, and I feel really bad that I haven't responded because I know how traumatic this whole experience with esophageal cancer can be, and I don't wish it on anybody. So I apologize greatly to everyone that's reached out to me. The other thing that I screwed up on is I had posted, a Zoom meeting every month, the beginning of the month, I think at each Saturday, and I haven't been able to do that either. So I apologize. I apologize for that. I've just been shitty. I've been just kind of trying to get stuff done and working, and I haven't followed through. So I apologize. With that said, well, I'm still getting subscribers, so it surprises me, which is sad that this obviously is an issue for a lot of people, and I'm glad that I'm able to help and show my support with what I had gone through, and a lot of people have commented that it has helped them understand a little bit about what to expect and what's involved in this whole thing. So update on me. It's last July 4th is when I had my surgery, in 2017 I had my surgery. So I'm over the 5-year mark, and things are going pretty good. I had an issue about 2 months ago. I was feeling a sharp pain down in my abdomen area, and I'm the type of person, before this happened to me, I was never, well, I get a cold and maybe a flu every once in a while, but I was never sick. I've never broke any bones. I've never had any surgery. So I never thought anything about my health. But I had this pain a couple months ago down here in my abdomen area that would kind of come and go. And the only way I could describe it is it felt like a pencil with an eraser on it and someone poking from the inside of my stomach on the outside. And it wasn't all the time, and it wasn't, I wouldn't call it a pain. It was just something that I felt unusual, and some days I would feel it a little stronger, and some days not so much. And every once in a while it would be like the pencil was turned around and the point would be pointing at me. And of course my mind is going, what is this? Is this, is cancer redeveloped somewhere in my intestines? Is there a blockage? Is there a tumor? What's going on? And then I had some issues of swallowing one time, and it was soup. I was drinking soup. This all happened like 2 months ago. So my mind's thinking, shit, something's gonna get me now. This is it. So I ended up, I had a colonoscopy that was due, and I went through insurance companies to see if I could get the double dip, where they do the colonoscopy on one end and down the esophagus the other with the camera, and check out both ends while they're doing it. So I had that done. They went in, looked around both places. Everything looked good. So that's great. So I don't know what the pain was. It's kind of, which is weird. As soon as I scheduled that and had a date, that pain kind of went away, and I didn't think about it anymore, and it was gone. And I've been fine ever since. So that was a little bit of scare. I'm like in this paranoia mode with everything that goes on health-wise. So that's what recently happened. Let's see, what else has been going on with me? I have the same issues with sleeping and stuff coming up. The thing that I mentioned in a previous video that really helps keep that stuff from flowing up is oatmeal, dry oatmeal. Eating like a cup full of that at night while I'm watching TV as the last thing that I eat. I swear by it. It really helps keep that fluid and any stuff that you got in there. When it comes up, it hits that oatmeal, and because it's raw oatmeal, it goes into the oatmeal and it expands it up and kind of clogs it from flowing all the way up. And it has, I can, at nighttime, I'm still trying not to sleep on my stomach, but I still kind of do, and I try not to. But with the oatmeal, I can feel the stuff kind of slowly coming up, and it kind of gets this uncomfortable feeling. And I've been kind of able to, I can feel it. I better roll over, and then when I roll back over and I'm laying on my back and I'm still elevated a little bit, it goes back down and it doesn't catch me off guard. There is one new thing that I found that it really kicks my ass at night if I eat it, and that is anything to do with potatoes, especially tater tots, my favorite, of course. So if I eat potatoes, the only thing I can think of, I'm not a doctor, I don't play one on YouTube, the only thing I can think of is the potatoes are so dense, and when you eat it, it goes down into your tube. That's what I call my stomach now, my tube. It just goes down in there, and then it just sits there, and it just kind of clogs your system up. So if you eat a bunch of potatoes, French fries, tater tots, and it goes down your system, and it just kind of is this mashed potatoes, get it? It's just mash of dense stuff sitting down in here. And then you eat anything else on top of it, it just sits on top of it, especially if you drink any liquid. Liquid then comes down and kind of sits on top of that potato denseness in there. And when you lay down, instead of it kind of going through your system quickly, it's just sitting on that potato clump that's kind of in there. So it has more of a chance to come back up. And almost every time that I eat potatoes at night, I try to take extra precautions by elevating a little bit higher, making sure that I try to sleep on my back as much as possible, and that really helps. But the key is probably to avoid potatoes when late in the day. So that's what's going on with the potato. That's my new thing, potatoes. Don't eat potatoes. Well, you eat them in the daytime, lunch, breakfast, whatever's fine. But that's my theory on the whole, on things coming up. One time, a little quick story. I've been raising my bed, and I had another video that shows my bed, and I've been raising it like this angle. Felt like Frankenstein on a slab. And then I'm laying on the bed, and I'm like hanging on with my elbow at the top of the bed from keeping myself from sliding down, and I end up still flopping on my stomach even at that incline because I'm kind of holding on. Well, one night I went up to go to bed, and the power had gone out. We had lost power, and it was out for about 3 days, and I couldn't elevate my bed. So I'm thinking, oh no, what's gonna happen? So I ended up just getting some extra pillows and propping myself up, and I ended up laying flat. And you know what? I made a deliberate effort to stay on my back, and I had no issues. And I'm like, for 4 days, no issues, sleeping flat on my back. Yeah, and I was able to sleep up flat on my back. So I don't know if this incline was really forcing me to go flip onto my stomach or not, but when all of a sudden I was flat, it seemed like it was a lot easier to sleep on my back. So I don't know if that had anything to do with it or not, but it certainly helped. Now I don't elevate as much. I deliberately try not to, once again, sleep on my stomach. It's still a very hard thing to do, but that was an interesting thing where, because the power went out, I am no longer sleeping at that huge incline anymore, and it seems to have helped a lot. What else can I say? No new symptoms. Everything else has been good. I think I think that's it. So there's my update on what's going on, and things are going good, and I wish the best for everyone out there who's going through this or knows someone that is. And I just wish you the best. And if you do reach out to me, I'll try to comment back if I can. So anyway, that's all I got for now. Next time. Bye.